History has a strange habit. It changes the names, it changes the clothes, it changes the kingdoms, the technology, and the century. But somehow, the same mistakes keep returning. And the most disturbing part is this. We often recognize the pattern only after it has already cost us something. From ancient kingdoms to modern lives, humanity keeps being given the same lesson in different forms. So what is the lesson history keeps repeating? 1. What begins with confidence can end in blindness. Many great civilizations did not collapse because they were weak at the beginning. They became powerful, and that power slowly convinced them that they could not fall. The danger was not strength itself. It was the moment strength became certainty. When success becomes proof that you are always right, you stop listening. When people stop listening, warnings become insults. And when warnings are ignored long enough, reality eventually speaks for itself. This happens in kingdoms, it happens in businesses, and it happens in ordinary lives. A person can spend years succeeding and then make one mistake. They begin believing their past success guarantees their future. History repeatedly proves otherwise. 2. What is ignored today often becomes tomorrow's crisis. The greatest disasters rarely appear without warning. There are usually small signs first. A decision that seems harmless, a compromise that seems insignificant, a problem people keep postponing, a truth everyone sees but nobody wants to confront. At first, ignoring it feels comfortable, but neglected problems rarely disappear. They grow quietly, and by the time they become impossible to ignore, the price of solving them has become much higher. This is one of history's oldest patterns. Small problems become great problems when people repeatedly choose comfort over correction. This same principle can exist in your own life. What you refuse to confront today may eventually become the thing controlling your tomorrow. 3. People often repeat what they refuse to remember. Every generation believes it is different. Every generation thinks it has learned from the failures of those before it, and yet human nature remains remarkably familiar. Ambition still exists. Greed still exists. Pride still exists. Fear still exists. Jealousy still exists. Technology changes. Human nature doesn't change nearly as quickly. That is why history remains relevant. Not because we need to memorize every date, but because history shows us what people become when they face the same temptations we face today. The names change, the circumstances change, but the patterns remain. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. The past does not repeat itself perfectly. Human behavior does. So when you study history, don't only ask, what happened? Ask, what part of this still exists in me? Because the greatest value of history is not knowing what happened to other people. It is recognizing ourselves before we make the same mistake. Maybe history isn't repeating itself because humanity never learns. Maybe it repeats because we keep forgetting. And perhaps wisdom is simply the ability to recognize an old lesson before life forces you to learn it personally. Some lessons can be learned from books. Others demand a price. Choose the cheaper lesson. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment with your thought. Like and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more powerful, timeless wisdom. This is Wisdom 101.